Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the chapter Fiber to Fabric. It is the third chapter from NCERT syllabus 6th standard. The chapter begins with a story of two students who got first prize in science quiz and they got cash prize. So they decided to spend their money for buying clothes for their parents and they go to the shop and they became very much confused about the different kinds of fabric, different types of clothes available in the shop. And shopkeeper explained about the different variety of clothes and their fabric including cotton, synthetic, rayon and etc. And those two students become very excited and they touched and felt the different fabric available in the shop, and finally they brought woolen muffler and cotton sarees. After that, both of them began to observe different kinds of fabric available in the store or in their home, and everywhere they start observing the kinds of clothes including blanket, curtain, tablecloths, towel, etc. And now here is a question for you. Have you ever noticed these kind of material differences? Can you identify whether the material is cotton, wool or rayon etc. by touching or rubbing it? And now here is an activity for you. Visit a nearby tailoring shop and collect cut pieces from them. There may be so many cut pieces left over after stitching. So go and collect the different fabrics. And if you have any doubt, you can freely ask to the tailor and they will explain which material it is so that you can identify or understand the different kind of materials and how it looks and how it feels. Then you take a small piece of cotton fabric and try to pull out the yarns from the cotton fabric. Yarns means the thread. So you can easily remove the yarn, and so that you can identify that the cotton is made up of the cotton. Not only cotton, any fabric is made up of different kinds of threads, also called yarns. So you can see here it is, the fabric is made up of so many yarns arranged together. Also here is another activity. Pull out one yarn and scratch or rub the yarn using your nail or any object. Then you can see that the yarn is split up into two strands as you can see in this picture. And if you rub again, you can see that the strand is also can be divided into thinner strands. You can see the multiple thinner strands by rubbing it. So we can say that the strands is also made up of thinner strands, which is called fibrous. And what is fibrous? The cloth or the fabric is made up of so many yarns arranged together, and the yarn is made up of strands, and each strand is made up of thin, very fine strands. That these are called fibers. Okay, then what is fibers? Where do these fibers come from? Fibers are the something we can naturally get from the surrounding, like animals or plant sources, and also we can synthesize it. So the fibers can be classified into two types: natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers means the fibers which we are getting naturally through the environment, and synthetic fibers means the fibers that we made, that is man-made fibers, are called as synthetic fibers. The fabrics such as cotton, jute, silk, wool are obtained from the plants and animals. These are called natural fibers. Cotton and jute are examples of fibers obtained from the plants. What is cotton and jute obtained from the plants? And wool and silk fibers are obtained from animals. We already learned about the wool. We may have seen that the wool is taken out from the lamb or any other animals. So the wool is obtained from the fleece of sheep or goat, and it is also obtained from the hair of rabbit, yak, camel, etc. And the silk fiber, that is we drawn from the cocoons of silkworm. You may have seen that. What is silkworm? Here you can see the picture of silkworm and cocoons made by them. This cocoon is used to make silk. You can see the cocoons is seems like the fiber, thin fibers, and that is used to make fabric, silk fabric. And the substance or fabric which we are not obtained from the plant or animal sources are called synthetic fibers. That means fibers which we are not obtained naturally, and we making it ourselves is called synthetic fibers. The example of synthetic fibers are polyester, nylon and acrylic. So I'm gonna end the class here. Rest of the chapter will be discussed in the next video. So thank you and see you soon.